Hey, and welcome to Softlock'd. Do you feel like you aren't good enough as a person? Do you also feel like playing the worst, the best Dark Souls game? Well, if that's you, then I have the perfect solution to your problem. I present to you, drumroll please, the Dark Souls Mimic run. Yep, not inspired by anything at all. If you read that and have no idea what I mean, then let me explain the rules. Number 1, for each area I have to kill and mimic an NPC. Armor, weapons, everything. Number 2, if an enemy doesn't drop their gear, then I can use Cheat Engine to give myself the gear and the minimum stats to wield it. Number 3, no cheeses or exploits. Number 4, upgrade materials can be modded in, but I can only upgrade weapons to the max for that area in the game. For example, I can't give myself a plus 10 in the first area of the game. And last of all, rings are completely fair game. I can use whatever rings I like. And with that, the run can begin.
To be alive, to walk this earth, that's the real curse, right there.
Bearer of the curse, I will always be at your side, until hope has fully withered.
Okay, first things first, we gotta make our character, and mine is definitely not inspired by a character called the Mimic. Now that our sweet summer child has been made, he can now be released into Lothric. Lothric. Also, isn't it just kind of lazy writing to name a place ran by lords, Lordran? I expect better from software. Do better. Running past everything, because my dumbass forgot to record, we pick up the Ashen Estus and head to our first boss, Ludeg's Gundyr. I did actually beat him no-hit, but someone forgot to record it! Gundyr I will always hold as the best tutorial boss for any game. Yes, even better than that fat-ass demon from Dark Souls 1. Gundyr just feels like a dance to me, and I love it. Boom, first try. And with that we can head to Firelink to mimic our first NPC. Reaching Firelink, we go through the motions. Plant the sword, speak to the Firekeeper, do the skip. I said do the skip! And then speak to Hawkwood. Hey man, what's up?
We unkindled are worthless. Can't even direct.
Jesus Christ, I'll kill you later. Just hold your horses a bit. What a sad sack of all things shite. Heading round the side of Firelink, we meet our first victim to mimic, the Swordmaster, which I'm sure will be easy since it's the start of the game. Right? Oh, this is gonna take a while. Oh, okay, I guess not then. I need 11 strength and 16 dexterity. It's a pretty simple task, right? Just level up 2 stats. I'm not angry at myself. Just really disappointed. On that diabolical note, we head to the High Wall. Running headfirst into Lothric with half a brain cell in a dream, I realise I've made a fatal error that could cause a major aneurysm any second now. The Uchigatana is an amazing weapon, which I've used in an area so easy it makes your local Tesco worker look like fucking Einstein. Getting the banner and heading to Vort, I realise just how dumb I've been as we managed to no-hit him by staying underneath. Just ignore that one shitty little ice hitbox. Vort is a pretty easy fight, as long as you just stay underneath him. Almost all his attacks will actually miss you here. Fun fact about Vort, he was actually meant to have charred bodies on his belly. On that lovely note, we raise the banner and head to the undead settlement. After long deliberation and definitely not getting sidetracked with a JK lead stream, I decide that mimicking Cornyx is going to be the best choice for the undead settlement. Since we can't kill anything, we sneak past the dogs and speak to Yol. I get noticed and I then run past and get ganked. By some divine miracle, I manage to light the bonfire before I get mauled to death. Showing off my absolutely solid snake moves, I finally arrive at the crow and offer him a place at Firelink.
I want chairs, but careful you don't burn yourself with it.
Don't make this harder than it has to be, mate. Okay, now to get his pyromancies and see if I've made another mistake. Okay, there's good news and a fair few bad news. The good news is I found a penny today, so luck is on my side. The bad news is that the Great Wood's hitboxes are awful and I don't have the mana to miss more than a couple times. After more attempts, I managed to get the Great Wood on 1 HP in a dream. The only problem is, so am I. With no healing or mana, I punch that fucker to death with my bare pyromancy flame. Yes. And with that victory on our belt, we move on to the start of Sigurd's questline, which we will need to complete for help with Yorm. Don't worry, Sigurd, I'll use fire against that demon! Good fight, dude. I'll see you later. Heading back to Firelink, I buy the tower key to continue Patches and Sigurd's questline. What I did not know is that the tower key is absolutely useless unless you've got to the cathedral. His legacy will live on. Onto the Road of Sacrifices, I run down to meet Henri and Horace, who are a pain in the arse to kill, so I test to see if they can be poisoned through the wall. And thankfully, they can. See, I knew mimicking Cornyx would be a good idea. After Henri dies, I cheat engine in her gear and take on the Crystal Sage. I usually struggle with the Sage, so going in with 4 Estus isn't the 1000 IQ play here, so this will probably just be a damage test. Holy shit, first try, with Estus to spare? That coin I found is putting in some work. Since we killed Henri and Horace together, I think it's only fair that I mimic Horace next. I was going to come up with a mute joke for Horace, but honestly, I'm speechless. I should probably just shut up now and listen to what Horace has to say. Did I tell you he can't speak? Unfortunately, the cheat engine table I'm using doesn't have his armor set, so a naked sicko has been sent to kill everything with his long stick. Enjoy. Killing the 2 guys by the cathedral and stealing the ashes of their best friend, I've realised that this weapon is honestly really good, but not the best at dealing with many targets. Ah, let go of me! Hey, Sigurd.
Well, you look reasonably sane.
Wait, you aren't Sigurd. Who are you?
I'm unbreakable, Patches. Nobody can crack me.
Oh. Hi, Patches. We then get invaded by Kirk and collect his armor from Rosaria's chamber. Oh, okay, I guess we'll mimic Kirk for the next area. Alright. Now onto the Deacons, where our damage is honestly really good. However, our only attack that can damage more than 1 Deacon takes a long time. So after 6 deaths, we manage to take the doll and head to Farron Keep. Okay, I'm pretty happy with mimicking Kirk. His weapon is... oh my god. It's actually got really solid damage. And you can also damage enemies by rolling into them, even if it's about as effective as trying to kill someone with a flip-flop. Anyway, let's go through Miyazaki's fetish of feet and swamp levels. Hey Stray, I swear I killed you in the last run. I then get invaded by Hazel, so I guess I gotta mimic him for the catacombs, which is just... it's just brilliant. The Abyss Watchers is a fight that I usually just don't enjoy, but this time it was actually really fun, despite getting my ass handed to me. Since we killed Hazel in the swamp, we gotta mimic him here. While I look amazing, that damage is most certainly not. After 2 upgrades, our damage is increased from 54 to a whopping 80. So now enemies die after 19 hits rather than 20, along with them coming back after I kill them. I run to Walnut and die an embarrassing amount of times. I'm noticing that the hard bosses I'm absolutely acing, and the easy bosses are using me like a chew toy. After 5 attempts, we destroy... Fuck's sake. After 5 attempts, we destroy this man's ring and head to Irithyll. Wait, I could have bought Horus's armor to begin with? God damn it. Anyway, let's go and kill Aigon. I've been most excited about him as he looks cool and I've heard some pretty good things about Mor's hammer. I will become the better you. Don't call me that, you little shit stain. Good news is that I look amazing and do amazing damage. The bad news is that I'm over-encumbered and now walk at a snail's pace. Along with being over-encumbered, meaning you cannot backstep, cannot roll, cannot walk. You have to shuffle. Our first challenge is the Pontiff's dog. Off to a smashing start there, but we managed to kill him. I'm not going to record all of Irithyll because I have a slight inkling that this will take a long time. So we go meet Sigurd.
Excuse me, I must have dozed off. It's rather warm in here. Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you.
And head to the Pontiff. I think that the Pontiff fight is one of the best fights in the game, and it's honestly a shame how easy it is with this weapon art.
Nice.
Boom, first try, and we can now head to the Irithyll dungeons. Bye, Alva. I hate you for making me lose 70,000 souls. Huh? No, I'm not bitter. What makes you say that? Okay, since we don't have an NPC to mimic until we are pretty much at Yhorm, we run past everything.
Okay.
Free Sigurd from his cell so we can get some help with Yhorm, and then free Carla from her cell. Guess which one is gonna die? A skinny little heretic doesn't deserve this. But this is what I have to do. Carla doesn't exactly have the repertoire of spells I was hoping for, but it should be okay as all I need to do is get Yhorm's attention and let the Onion Man do his thing. Let's fight. Ah, yes, Sigurd, we did it! We killed Yhorm! Sigurd? You okay? No, this can't be. Sigurd? I will continue your legacy and head to the once golden Anor Londo. With our friend gone and us left to carry on his legacy, we go to Anor Londo, where the little degenerate Aldrich lies in wait. This was the first time I did Sigurd's questline to completion, and it was honestly really fun to do. Reminds me a lot of Solaire from Dark Souls 1. Ah, I'm getting flashbacks! Seeing the dead giant in Anor Londo really just made me realise how ironic it is that I'm mimicking an Onion Knight when going to Anor Londo. Ooh, I do love exact numbers. Okay, Aldrich, this boss I have many qualms with. The arrow rain is not the issue, as you can get away from that by hiding in the back. What irritates me is that her crystal darts can go through walls, which is annoying if you are stuck hiding in the back of the arena. Let's just get this over with. Now onto my favourite fight in the entire of Dark Souls, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. I love this fight so much. It feels like the perfect dance, and it's a boss that I will love despite my many criticisms of Dark Souls 3. I think this fight really capitalizes on the fast movement of Dark Souls 3, while other bosses I think don't do this as well. But anyway, let's move on to Lothric. Heading back to Lothric, we meet our next victim to Mimic, Leonhardt. You look cool, I'll give you that, but you hit with the power of a fruit fly. He uses the Crescent Moon Sickle, which is a... Whoa, that weapon art is amazing! But let's go to Lothric and see if this weapon is all bark and no bite. Okay, we might have made a mistake here, but if that weapon art hits right, it might save us. Getting to the Dragon Slayer armor, our damage is honestly not very good, but we have one giant advantage: my skill. Show dying compilation. But I didn't even die, I beat him on my second attempt. Who wrote this damn script? Despite me winning second try, we now move on to the archives. For the penultimate area, I've decided that Hawkwood with his Farron Greatsword is the one I will mimic to slay the Twin Princes. I'm sure you know the moveset, but just in case you don't, here it is. And I'll tell you now, it's pretty damn good. So let's get through the archives and make it to the final Lord of Cinder. Let's dunk our head in the wax to join the Lothric cult.
That day on, if I was going somewhere, I was running.
And let's past the gank squad until we get to our target. Hello Lothric. You've strayed far from your home and rebuked your duty. Allow me to show you true dark. Okay, it's time to lock in. This is giving me palpitations, so I took a break and played Terraria. I then died to the Eye of Cthulhu and cried for a bit before coming back. Yes! Finally! After an hour, I did it! Now, all that's left to do is place the lords on their thrones and link the fire. So, it's the end. I've mimicked many and learned much from them, but now there is only one person left. Solaire of Astora. Now let's end this. Praise the sun, motherfucker! The fire is mere embers compared to what it once was. The true form of humanity has been long lost, and I am what remains. A mimic. Thriving on scraps and memories of what once was to writhe and squirm my way into a human being. Something I will never be. And soon, the dark will consume. This run, again, has been so much fun. I haven't played Dark Souls 3 in a long time, so this was a very good re-entry for me. Despite my qualms and criticisms, I enjoy this game a lot, and I hope you too have enjoyed watching this. I'll see you in the next one.